Hello, welcome back to David at Go to Hobbies. Now, this bastard government we've got in the UK, I'm going to ask you a question. Alright, I'd like you to leave some comments. The question I'm going to ask you is, do you think England's going to go into a civil war? Yeah? Do you think Sir Keir Starmer needs to be overthrown? Should there be a civil uprising? Do you think there should be a military coup? How can we remove this dictator from our government? We've got a king that can dissolve parliament and call for another general election. How many of us will it take to get this government to be overthrown? How many will it take for us to get the king to dissolve parliament? I'm just one person, right? But every single one of you out there, right, could tell 10 people. And those 10 people could tell 10, another 10 people. And before you know, instead of one person against this government, we've got 100,000. We've got 10 million, 15 million. Is the power of the people. There's the power of what we want in this country. And the question is, what do we want? Do we still want to be ruled by this dictator? You know as well as I do, the answer is going to be no. You could understand if they made, excuse my language, a few fuck-ups. All right, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you and tell you the truth. If they'd made a few fuck-ups, you could forgive them. All right, any government could make a few cock-ups. All right, we can understand that, but not on the scale of what they've done. The list goes on and on and on and on. It's not just a couple of things. You know as well as I do what they've done. And now they want to introduce a tax per mile on electric cars. Right? But give you some statistics about this government and previous government. In the previous government, I think it was it between 50 and 100 prisoners were let out by mistake. It's over double that with the Labour Party in the prison service letting out prisoners by mistake. I've never known a government so incompetent, so stupid, and it leaves me asking, what do we do about it? We can make videos about this government, which I will do, about how I feel, right? And so on and so on and so on. But I want to get to a point where I'm starting to delve down and into the nitty gritty, right? And that, excuse me, full of cold. Do apologise. But what gets me is diving into it and trying to pull apart where we can try to do something that's going to make a difference to us all. Because it's not just happening to me, it's not just happening to you, it's happening to all of us. We're all in the same, excuse the language, shit street. because we all see what they're doing. And I'll give it a classic example. I'll give the classic example regarding these illegal immigrants. I've made videos. Excuse me, I want to blow my nose. Bear with. Hang on. Sorry about that. Regarding back to illegal immigrants. Excuse me. What gets me is this. People are getting killed because they're letting these illegal immigrants in. Women are in fear of their lives. They're putting these illegal immigrants in hotels, in neighbourhoods and in communities where they're allowed to go out and roam with the general public of that society or that town or city, right? We haven't got a police force that is adequate to protect us now, right? It is a multi-faceted disaster by this government. They haven't got to grips with it. They're falling apart at the seams. And when David Lammy was questioned in Parliament about why the prison service released these prisoners, and he didn't answer. Dereliction of duty. He's incompetent, just like the rest of them in the Labour Party. It makes me feel that they don't care. So I know I'm bringing things up, but I want to dive down again, and that is, what do we need to do to say, stop it, we don't want it anymore, enough's enough. It's all right talking about it, but what are we going to do? Because they're not listening to us. So what we need to do is think about a way or ways to make the government realise that us, people, want this to stop. We want a general election. We want Labour gone. Okay? I'm talking lawful, not illegal, not nasty, lawful. All we'll do is make it worse for us if we are nasty. It won't work, and we'll be letting our side down. We can get our government out by fighting them on the same level as they fight us, betraying us. They want war, we'll give them war. But we need to be smarter and cleverer than them. So, here's the question. Come up with some ideas, but remember, what goes on media can be infiltrated and be spied upon by algorithms and also the police and MI5 or MI6, whoever or whatever department that wants to nose in on this. So you got to be understanding, I'm not inciting anything, I'm just asking the question. How many of you wants to see this government gone? And what measures should we do? Should we protest? Should we mass demonstrate? Should we strike? Power to the people. That is the way. If we want something to change, we change it. And that is the way we'll get our new government, by a rebellion. And it starts with you. And let's have some suggestions. What do you think is the best way how we can get rid of this government and what we should do? Thank you for watching. I'd be really interested. And the thing is, and this is the truth, right, before I go, if we are law abiding, not causing a problem for the police, working within our civil rights, right, we can overthrow this government. We can turn around England to have our England back and get all these illegal immigrants out once and for all. But the only people we're going to do it, the only people that's going to do it is us. And it's us that's got to take a stand. And when I say it's us, it's you, me, and everyone else. So let's have a just cause. Let's bring our England back to what we used to have it. And I'm not causing any, it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not, just trying to think of the word, racial hatred. It's not that. It's nothing to do with being racial. It's about bringing our England back. These illegal immigrants have come into this country, right? They have no right to be here, right? They are illegal immigrants. And because Starmer is a human rights lawyer, right, that has defended the guilty, right, my point's this. He's more interested in defending the guilty and let these immigrants stay in the UK because that's his way of thinking, my thoughts, right? That is why we're in such a mess, because it's up there with him. But we can see what's going on and that we need to stop it. So it's down to us. So anyway, I've waffled on too long. Thank you for your time. Appreciate what you thought about and what you're going to say in the comments below. Thank you. And please subscribe to the channel. That helps this video get out to people like you that want to do something about this country of ours. Rule Britannia, hey? Shall never, never, never shall be slaved. And let's do something about it. Thank you everyone. Take care. We'll see you soon.